Okay, moving on to now that both sketches are available here. First one that we drew on the lower plane, and then the other one on this plane. This is basically the blade of the turbine. Then we'll just use the mirror command or pattern command to make it all around. First, we need to go to sketch. Below the sketch, there's a drop-down menu. Click that. 3D sketch. 3D sketch. Click at this point. Use the line command. Click at this point and click at this point. Basically connecting the two curves that we've created. Press escape, that's the first one. Second, this point and this point. Press escape, that's the second one. Right, it's looking good. We have made a slight mistake. This is obviously correct. This needs to be. We will delete it and use a spleen instead from this point to this point. Press escape and go to front. In front view, click on this. It will allow you to slightly curve this way and slightly curve it this way. This will obviously form the part of the blade, and this is what we exactly want. Now this is starting to look like the blade of the smith, so we say OK. We go to features, lofted bow space command. In the lofted bow space command, we select the curves that we drew. The first one, this curve. Then the second, this curve. Right, it's already starting to connect, but this is the profile, so we will go to guide profiles. The other one, this pink box. So this is one of the guides, and the other line is the second guide. Say OK. This is one of the guides, and when you click it, it appears. This small box appears. It says, "Are you sure?" Say OK. Now we can see the fin or the blade complete. Say OK. This is one of the fins, obviously, or one of the blades of the turbine. In this, now that this blade has been created, we will simply use the linear pattern in features. Go to linear pattern, drop down menu. There's circular pattern. Select that. This is and we select this as the direction. This blade, because that's the last element that was created, so the blade is already selected. Just wants to know the direction in which we will rotate this and the number. So right now it's 2. We can go 4. Press enter, it will go 4. We increase the amount. This case will 38. So this is the total amount of blades. This, right? Say that's exactly what we want. Generate. Take a time to generate all the surfaces. Now you can start to see the turbine blade or the first stage of the turbine. One last thing is you can, if you don't like the number of blades, so in this case my blades are a bit scarce, or you can see gaps through these, just click here, say edit, right click here, edit feature. The edit feature, it allows you to again change the angle of or the displacement between each blade. In this case it's 15 degrees between this blade and this blade, right? Between all blades there is a 15-degree difference. You can decrease that, you can increase that, or you can basically increase the number of blades. Press enter. This scenario of blades to 40, just to see how different that makes. I think the angle between blades is a bit higher, so let me just do that a lesser number. 5 degrees is going to better scenario. 5 degrees, and I think this is causing a problem because now all the blades are stacked up one side. 5 degrees less of a distance for them to go around the entire body. So we will see SolidWorks. Back to perfectly divided in such a way blades are spaced out perfectly. So this was the mistake I was making. That of instant spacing, the instant spacing was on, which is the mistake I was making, which is why this 15-degree was on. Instead, select equal spacing. This is the right amount of blades I needed. This right turbine. Press OK. It'll take a few seconds to generate the correct geometry, but this is what we need. This is right. We'll move on to designing the shaft. Next part.